Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video of answering dumbassery questions with professional skill level, even though I am not a professional. Today, we're going to be answering the simple question of can you beat Fallout 4 without using any Stimpacks? So obviously, I built my character to be as skinny as possible. I don't know why. I named myself Big Joe, and then distributed my special points, but really, I had no strategy going into this whatsoever, except draining charisma, because it's useless. I watched the bombs blow up, and seriously, I can't even take myself seriously. Got thawed out by some ice. Thawed out? I meant released. Wait, you know how it is. I got frozen, released myself, my wife is dead, but we don't care about her this run. So, I talked to Codsworth and basically wanted any intel. Here's the fun thing. I can't heal myself with Stimpacks, so obviously I had to go to the Museum of Freedom. Why? Because I needed settlements, and Preston Garvey is the great way to get settlements. After, of course, I made sure that I was on hard difficulty, because normal was way too fucking easy. Did I say hard? I meant very hard. The great thing about having all these Stimpacks is I can sell them for a decent little bit along with any junk I have to buy me some food. Preston Garvey was as boring as ever, but I had to get on his good side, because again, I need his help. I loaded up the Deathclaw with 10mm pistol and other guns. I got into a fight with some raiders and a Vault 81 resident. I don't know why the person was attacking me, but all I know is I feared for my life when I saw a Molotov cocktail come towards me and kill me pretty damn easily. So, a few of you might be wondering, why am I interacting with the Minutemen? Well, I need food. Settlements can give me food. Preston can help me find settlements. It seems pretty easy. So I start out by helping 10 Pines Bluff by going to, I don't even know what this place is called, Corvega Assembly Plant. All I know is I died here a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like, on the inside, it was no different. My limbs kept getting broken, I kept getting shot with bullets, so I basically just had to chug as many healing items as I had. Goddamn. The one benefit is that enemies usually drop a healing item. Except for turrets. They don't drop shit. And here's the thing. I can wait behind cover for it to stop shooting, but then whenever I go out, I have to be fast, pop a few shots, and then go back into cover, which I did not do, unfortunately. After that, I eventually said that I kicked their asses pretty easily, even though I lost track of the death count when it hit like 50 or something. I mean, it was sad. Next up, I went to Paladin Dance and used just enough bullets to basically make it seem like I was their hero. And whenever in reality, I kinda just hit on top of a fence post or something. I mean, really, I didn't do much. I needed to conserve on my healing items because while I did have a lot more of them, they didn't do a whole lot, so the less damage I took, the better. However, I didn't go with Dance to Arcjet because, well, I saw a ship and I thought it looked great if I owned it. I never went back here again after I cleared them all out. And the guy in power armor was more trouble than I would have liked to admit, because again, I'm still on very hard. I picked up a comic that actually helps me because fruits and vegetables are one of the primary sources of food and healing for me. I ended up decorating my room with paintings because, well, it looked bland without it. With the wife gone, I could finally have the bed all to myself. But you know, I didn't think it had enough paintings, so I added a few more. This way, no one can see me, and I have a room truly built for paintings. It's lovely. I ran past Piper and the mayor because I didn't have any interest in them whatsoever, and eventually tried to see what would happen if I stood between the guy who was trying to kill his brother and the diamond security guard. Nothing happened. He still died, nonetheless. In Park Street Station, I didn't know how to approach this. I assumed this was going to be difficult. And don't get me wrong, it was, but not nearly as bad as I thought. Just chug a couple of mocktails. Did I say chug? Throw Molotov cocktails in there. They'll do enough damage. Either damage them or kill them. On the inside, however, things were a lot harder. Down below, more Molotov cocktails were thrown, and more healing items were used. The benefit, however, is there's a bed right behind me, which if I sleep for like 4 hours, completely restores my limbs. Because they will eventually heal back normal, but they will have like no durability in them whatsoever. Basically, sleep is required. And yes, I shot dog meat on purpose on this run multiple times. I checked to see that I was still on very hard because I wanted to be sure of myself, and I completely forgot that I was doing it whatsoever. You know, as we talked to ArcJet systems and walked, I realized I say whatsoever way too much, but ain't no stopping me now, sucker. On the inside, I was ready to try and burn Paladin Dance with the thing, or let the synths kill him, but the problem was, he was killing the synths, and the synths were not killing him. Can you see the problem here that Dance is not dead, even by fire? Anyway, I talked to Dance and he thanked me for a job kind of well done, ignoring the fact I tried to kill him, which I accepted without restraint. I talked to Preston Garvey to do some more work for the Minutemen, but I'm skipping over a lot of it because it's relatively the same. You talk to them, you either help them set up a settlement, or you defend it. Finally, it was time. Preston told me that we were taking more places, and eventually, we were going to be taking back a castle, which I was absolutely prepared for, but there was still a little bit more work to be done, and I was prepared. On the inside of Park Street Station, I know I still haven't rescued Nick yet. Things were honestly a lot better. Again, one of the benefits to this run is the fact that almost every enemy will drop an item that I can use. Sometimes, enemies don't drop Stimpacks, but in this game, I can't use Stimpacks and instead have to use regular food items like Nuka-Cola or any edible item. And luckily, almost every enemy drops it. Animals are the best because it's a guarantee they're at least going to drop the meat. And again, I could use that. I mean, I keep saying this, but I mean, you already know how it works, so I don't know why I'm repeating myself. I finally rescued Nick and talked to him. He kind of freaked me out with his Sith eyes. I was worried he would try and kill me for a little bit. I ended up having to fight Skinny Malone, which frankly, he and I are the opposite. I called myself Big Joe. He called himself Skinny Malone, and he's thicker than I could ever hope to be. A few Molotov cocktails and a minigun were more than enough to handle them, which was great. First the thugs went down from the Molotov, then I damaged Skinny, killed Darla with the minigun, and then used the rest of my shots to kill Skinny Malone. It was a beautiful sight to behold. Sorry, I eventually found Cricket, and I decided that the spray and pray would be worth selling a good amount of my ammo and all of my fucking ammo. Did I say that already? My weapons and ammo were all going to be donated to get spray and pray. Dogmeat decided to run away from me when we were at Kells House by hiding under the bleachers or the ramp, whatever you want to call it. I followed Dogmeat because I knew I'd encounter animals. One of the animals I forgot I would encounter was a fucking Yao Guai. This thing I was not prepared for, or at least I thought. When the battle first started, I tried using my shotgun against it. That didn't work, so I pulled out spray and pray and lit his ass up. It did a decent amount of damage with the explosion ability. Frankly, I wish I could put this on every gun I had. In the inside, the Institute synths weren't that hard. I could loot fusion cells, pistols, and other weapons to sell for more ammo. Frankly, this has me curious about something. Like, a lot of people will try and doubt that the Institute exists, yet they can find their weapons. But, hey, you know what? This is why I don't make a game and I let Bethesda handle their bullshit. Inside, I just decided to deal with Kellogg with the Fat Man. It didn't work. Took out half his health, but he had already popped a Stimpack and was healing a lot of the health back. So I used Righteous Authority to deal with the Institute synths, and then I basically managed to finish him off with a combination of jet, spray and pray, and a short shotgun. And basically every food in my arsenal, because, well, I was not going to die here like some lazy bitch. I lied. I killed him with a melee takedown, not the shotgun like you thought. The Pridwin came in, and I knew that this game was about to get a whole lot better for me. Why? Well, I start by going to Finn. Again, I'm getting sidetracked here. And then I speed run again through his memories because fucking hell, I'm tired. I took a ride on the Pridwin during the night so I didn't get to see or shoot shit, and finally claimed my power armor. Why is this essential? Well, with my power armor basically assisting me, I will take less limb damage over time. I finally met up with Preston and some Minutemen to help liberate the castle, and somehow these idiots managed to lose it to some fucking Mirelurks, but you know what, it let me claim about a dozen or so Mirelurk eggs and some meat. The Mirelurk Queen, however, was a completely different beast. See, this thing was insanely high leveled, took a lot of damage to kill, dealt a lot of damage to my feelings and emotional state, and also looked as bad as my ex, so it was rough. But you know what, it's okay. I pumped this thing full of lead from all my different guns and managed to kill it. Frankly, I killed it twice, but then I died to its poison the first time, and these little hatchlings are kind of bullshit. But you know what? It's alright. We managed to defeat it. And I had 1 HP. Literally, I can't make this shit up. I had 1 HP at the end of this fight. Like, look at this. It's fucking beautiful. 1 HP? Ha! On the inside, I had to deal with a sentry bot. At least that's what I think it's called. I don't know, and I don't care. I chugged about half of my eggs for additional protein, and then whatever else I had to basically help me survive, and I decided I would unload or I would die. I didn't think I would kill it pretty easily, but see, with the Nuka-Cola Quantum doing so much healing power, I can basically stand here and take a lot of bullets, but eventually it did die. And I managed to somehow not get my head broken, but every other bone was broken from the explosion. I found a bed, like right there, so I was able to sleep. That's how my bones got healed and my health restored. I questioned this place as a sex dungeon whenever I saw the skeleton, and then saw a Brotherhood of Steel soldier trying to live their life in a barrel. I assumed they were cosplaying as Proctor Ingram, and I absolutely loved it. Next up in the glowing sea, you already know, rad scorpions. I mean, you guys can see what's on screen right now. It was basically just every now and then something happened. What I noticed is after I killed this one, sorry, I'm tired of all the bullshit. But then this other rad scorpion came to attack me, and my 10mm pistol did enough, but not a whole lot of damage, but I had ammo for it. So I wasn't too picky. Surprisingly. Next up, a Deathclaw was waiting outside Virgil's cave. I lit it up with not one, but 2 mini nukes, and this thing didn't die. Like, excuse me, this thing is supposed to be the strongest thing in the game, and you're telling me it couldn't kill? I almost used a 3rd mini nuke, but then I thought, well, I need to save that for the Courser. And then here's the thing. I don't know if Dance just missed all his shots, but he set a car on fire, and that explosion killed the fucking Deathclaw. I arrived at Green Tech Genetics. For a split second, I forgot what I was doing there. And then finally arrived at the Courser, where again, I just used a fat man. And let me guess. And by guess, I mean you all can figure it out. It didn't work. It damaged him, but it didn't kill him, which sucked. So I go in, prepared to kill him, forgot the fact that he's invisible and I can still shoot him, which made the fight kind of annoying, and the fact that he was almost full health. So I backed up and prepared to fire again. The problem was, I had to reload, and then he was coming closer to us. But luckily, he's a coward. He went to the far side of the room, where I was able to aim, do more shot damage, but then he immediately popped a Stimpack and was healing a majority of the damage that I did to him. This took a long ass time to kill. Finally, back outside, I began tracking the railroad, and while I was following the trail, I swear at least one of my legs was broken almost the entire thing, if not all the time. Desdemona and them took a crack at it because I had the laziness to not kill him. And finally, I got teleported into the Institute with Sturges, and this really wasn't even that hard. I talked to Father, and he forgot that I'm a general of an army that bows to me, and so I killed some feral ghouls to strengthen that army. By the way, it's worth mentioning, the frame rate is choppy because I'm doing this at 2x speed to speed it up, but basically, it took a long ass time for me to do all of this work because I didn't realize I had to advance to a certain point or piss off the Institute. And then, of course, this lovely moment happened, but either way, I killed Dance with a shotgun, which was beautiful, and then finally had the castle defended. By the way, I'm probably not going to go ahead and change it. I'm just going to leave the video as choppy for that little bit because, well, it's my experience and yours as well. And so this fight was hard due to a lack of ammo and the fact that the coursers had Stimpacks, and I didn't have nearly enough ammo. I don't remember if I said that. Again, you guys know how I am. I don't use a script in any sense of the word. I just point and I shoot. I try and kill whoever I can. And this fight just took a long time, more than anything, because I had to keep hiding to heal. And here's the thing, I beat it the first time, or not the first time, but I beat it one time, and then the settlers kept shooting at me. There was no way to stop them, so I decided to let them do what had to be done, and they killed me. Sturges finally gave me a way into the Institute, where I was ready to end all of this because I was so goddamn tired of this run. On the inside, I remotely activated the way for the enemy, the Minutemen to arrive, and here's the thing, I got scared because there were only 2 people, and then Preston Garvey. But rest assured, the cavalry did arrive. It just took them some time. I think they were delayed due to a bad internet connection. Maybe it's the same problem I'm experiencing. On the inside, the guerrillas were annoying, but nothing a few shots couldn't take down. I may not be a racist, but I will put down a bullet with anything. That sounds awful. I don't even know where that joke was going. I convinced Father to give me the code to shut down the synths, and then made sure to pull out a pistol and shoot him in the head. It was a lovely tradition that I will follow. Alright, so, the synths being down, I thought of something. They all have bottle caps in their inventory. How did they get bottle caps if some of these synths never leave the Institute? On the inside, there were so many enemies that were legendary, rocket launchers, or other fun explosives, so it took a while to kill. Sorry, I'm just kind of bored with this. I wanted this run to be over, because once you clear out a couple of enemies, it just takes a little bit of time to kill the rest. I placed the charge on the reactor, and then I did something surprising. I took the kid with me. I wanted my army to be completely loyal to me. That cemented it. And finally, I flicked the switch and detonated the Institute in a colorful ball. And by that, I mean a blue ball of fire. And with that, I completed the challenge. Again, it was rough, but I hope you all enjoyed the video, and make sure to like and subscribe, and this has been Fallout 4 without using any Stimpacks. I hope you all have a great day.